Hi, and welcome back to another Do FIX Differently. This episode is going to be a little bit different because instead of talking about FIX generally, I want to introduce you or reintroduce you to one of our own tools, the new Workspace app. I say reintroduce because this is actually something that we launched in the summer, but we've just released an updated version based on some great feedback. But if you're new to the app for the very first time, the first question is, well, what is it? Well, in other videos on this channel, you've heard me talk a lot about digital documentation. It's the magic ingredient that's desperately needed in our industry to unlock whole new categories of FIX tooling and efficiency. You'll have heard me talk about FIX Orchestra, FinSpec, and Quick FIX XML formats. These are all types of digital documentation, and you can learn about them more from other videos on this channel. But I'm not going to talk about them here today, apart from to say that our app handles all of them. Now, I want to talk about a real-life problem that our app addresses, which is how people can create and manage these digital documents over time, because nobody wants to be editing XML by hand, nor should people be separately maintaining XML files alongside PDFs for customers. It's absolutely critical that both human and machine-readable API descriptions come from a single source so that we eliminate the inconsistencies and the manual rework. Now, if you followed the latest initiatives from the FIX trading community, you might have seen them launch a series of tools, such as Logs to Orchestra, Playlist, and Octave, some of which are available on GitHub, and some of them are restricted to FIX trading members. But these tools are designed to help firms get started with adopting FIX Orchestra format specifically. Logs to Orchestra helps create a basic orchestra file from a log file or log files that you might have. Playlist lets you assemble a basic orchestra file by selecting fields and messages from the standards, and Octave lets you add descriptive text using a markdown format. Together, they help you assemble your very first FIX Orchestra file, but they aren't ideally suited to maintaining that file over time. Now, you would never want to have to repeat the process of building an orchestra file from scratch every single time there was an update. For example, you would want a tool that lets you copy what already exists and just change that without having to open up and edit the XML itself, of course. And that's precisely where our app steps in. It's about managing and editing API documentation over time, versioning and diffing documents, but also letting you reuse that documentation that you just created. The app contains 3 core pieces which come together to let you build, manage, and use API documentation over time. These 3 pieces are, firstly, the FIX standards themselves to use as a reference point to import. Secondly, a spec-specific parser tool to help you validate and troubleshoot messages, but also to enrich and correct your existing specs. And finally, an in-browser editing tool that allows you simply edit content over time, just like you might in Word or Google Docs today. What's novel about this tool, though, is it's also designed to both for people who are managing their own documentation, but also to act as a store of documents received from others. In fact, we've built a publication mechanism within it which can automatically deliver spec updates to your customer list so that you don't need to do that manually. So if you've ever wanted to build a central, consistent library of API documentation for venues you connect to, then this is the tool you've been waiting for. And it's all backed up with our spec digitization service to help backfill all of those specs from counterparties where they're still sending you legacy PDFs. Now, I'll be talking more about the app in other videos, so please be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more updates. We're super excited about this new app, though, as we think it has the potential to move the industry forward. If you'd like to learn more about digital specifications, then please reach out for a chat. If you prefer to try it out for yourself first, then head over to fixspec.com and sign up today. It's completely free for personal use, and you do not need to download and install anything on your computer. We also have subscription options available for firms to let you work collaboratively with your colleagues. So that's it for this episode. I'll see you in the next Do FIX Differently.